Hey y'all, and welcome to day 22 of the third annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage and the longest running poker space. I'm Sherry Pluskota, aka Peaches, and I'll be your host. Joining me thus far this morning as co-hosts are Asimov or Isaac and ASG. Welcome, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning. Afternoon.
Ah, hey, Sandy. Hey, P-Man. Glad you guys can join us this morning. We're just getting started. I wanted to start out by giving out some cancellations because it does affect the 10 o'clock hour in Vegas. So some folks may be getting ready this morning. Over at South Point, their 10:10 a.m. tournament, which is their $120 daily tournament, is canceled. At their 6:10 p.m. tournament, which is an $180 daily, is also canceled. So those are both at South Point. Also wanted to note right off the bat that today is the ladies event over at the Nugget, and it starts at 11 o'clock. It is a $400 buy-in, but they changed the guarantee. It's been lowered to 20,000, and there was a promise of a $1,200 Goldenaire seat to the winner of that ladies tournament. They've canceled giving away that ticket for that seat. It's not been made very public, so I'm helping to spread the word this morning. Um, because the Nugget didn't even retweet it. Maybe they plan to here in an hour or two, but so far I haven't seen anything from them. Kevin Mathers tweeted something, Maureen tweeted something under that in that thread, and here we are with that information. So, just some updates that are going to take effect here in the next hour or two. Many thanks to my sponsor, Elevator Results. If you need a tailored plan to work out to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter or check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. You can find the recordings of my past spaces at my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please subscribe. It is free of charge. And I'm just going to tell y'all, I am on the struggle bus. Went out with the kids last night. My daughter had to leave for Austria this morning in the wee hours. And she stayed at a hotel near the airport because she had to be at the airport. The flight left at 5:30. So nobody was going to get up to take her to the airport. So last night we went to go pick up her car from the hotel parking lot. Well, it's right by the casino. So we went in to play, have dinner and eat at the casino, and no, lo and behold, we really could have drove her to the airport because we were coming home at this. The sun was coming up at 4 a.m. So here we are. So bear with me. I'll probably make lots of mistakes today, people. So just call me out. It is okay. Just don't poke the bear. She's on a short leash today. Um, Also want to make note that the MGM Grand Ladies event is today. No, sorry, tomorrow's the 18th at 2 p.m. It is a 20K guarantee. Wanted to give them a little shout out because most of the ladies events are kind of compacted into next week, ladies week. And I love the fact that the MGM and the Golden Nugget are having a ladies event outside of that time frame because that week is so jam packed that let's spread it out. Not everybody can make it to Ladies Week. So maybe a lady came this week or the week before and would love to play a ladies event, but there aren't any. So I love the fact that some places are having a ladies events outside of that ladies week, which I love ladies week, but you guys get the point. Um, be reminded we do make mistakes. So if you catch an error, let us know. It's not going to offend us by any way, shape, or form. Um, ASG, do you want to bring up LV Cabby Chronicles tweet about the dealer?
Sure. It's kind of a long thread, so I'll just pin it. But I guess to summarize, I guess there are some spots where the tables are pretty tight up against each other.
Up in the satellite area, up in those
in Normandy.
Yeah, the Normandy, and I can't think of the other one room up in the second floor. Go ahead.
So he said the dealer asked the player in seat 6 in my table that he's dealing to scoot in so he can get through. My player said that he was already as scooted in as his body was already against our table, which was true. And he was a pretty chill dude. And then it goes, without saying anything, the dealer grabs the chair back handle and with as much force as he could muster, pulls up on the chair the guy is sitting in and shoves it up and forward, which makes the player crash into our table, lifting the whole thing off the ground for a second. All the chips in our table scatter, but thankfully not enough to confuse anybody's stack. And then he gets they get into a discussion with the floor, and eventually the dealer gets fired.
Crazy.
That's my cliffs, because it's I don't know, 10, 12.
Yeah. No, that's fine. No, you're right. You're fine. That's terrific. Wow. I'm glad that the WSOP didn't allow that to take place without taking some action.
Yeah, I think they checked the cameras to like actually see what happened, and then they were like, "Yeah, this is crazy."
Oh Lordy. I was like so taken back by that. I was like, wow. Like, this is day 22. So yesterday was day 21. The dealers at their wits' end halfway through the summer. Okay, this may not be the job for you. That is not a good look. Well, hopefully the gentleman who was shoved into the table didn't get hurt. That is never a good thing. All right, you guys, moving right along. DJ McKenna put out another tweet that read, and I'm surmising, so I'm paraphrasing. Go to a kiosk at the WSOP. So that would be just a normal where you swipe your card, player's card kiosk, and you will get 5 times tier credits on restaurant spending from June 16th through the 22nd. So that's just a little hint to gather yourself some more tier credits. Get credit for those restaurants you're eating at, for sure. Did you, hey Isaac or ASG or anyone else? Did you guys see Ryan LaPlante's tweet about the color up?
No, but somebody else. I'm
Hold
trying
up,
to
I'm
remember
gonna.
what timeline I was looking through. Somebody else, I think, retweeted it, and it caught my attention for a quick sec.
Okay,
What was that all about?
I'm gonna read it. It said someone at the WSOP in the $500 salute got underpaid by 100K in their color up. They took a picture of their stack pre-color up. Even with that as proof, since surveillance couldn't prove they were underpaid, they were shorted the 100K. Don't leave your stack during the color up. I never leave my stack because I got shorted one time when I left my stack. I've never left my stack. But I'm going to tell you guys, no, I always promote take a picture of your stack before you leave the table. Well, I've also said, and I probably haven't said it enough times, but I've also said, but spread it out. And, so that not only your camera, your picture shows the exact amount of chips because they're spread out, but the camera above can see your stack because it's spread out as well. So, you know, in this case, a picture didn't work because they couldn't collaborate or couldn't
Corroborate.
corroborate or verify with the cameras up above. And that's really a shame because that person lost 100K off their stack. How pissed would you be?
Damn. 100K? That is wild.
That's a lot.
And so basically, they took a picture of their stack, but it wasn't detailed enough, right? That the cameras above couldn't say, okay, this matches this much.
Right,
That is fucking tragic.
right.
Because then what do you have no recourse?
Nope. Nope. So
Wow.
stay with your stack until the color up is done, folks. I definitely recommend that. That's something I've done for years because I got shorted one time um in a color up, and that's when I started taking pictures of my stack. I'm be real honest with you. I got shorted, and from that day forward, I took pictures of my stack anytime I left the table, and I stayed until the color up was done. People are human and make mistakes, you
I
know?
always stick around because it always impresses me to see people do math well because I can't. So, yeah, I usually stay for the color ups, and usually the dealers are just hanging out anyway, right? Unless the people are telling you, y'all gotta go, y'all gotta go.
Well, even if they tell me I have to go, I just stand up and step back a few feet from the table.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm curious what happened here because usually, or at least I can't think of any time that it hasn't happened. Like at my table, it's like basically one person becomes the color up guy, and then they, you know, before you go to color up, anything that's not getting raced off gets like in one person's
Right.
collection there.
Right. But sometimes the dealers aren't efficient enough to have that done before the color up is taking place. You know, the guy comes around, the TD comes around, and so the TD actually comes to help do it, right? If it's a new dealer or the existing dealer that maybe it was a big all five all ins the hand before we're going on break or whatever. And, you know, there's lots of reasons that color up isn't done before the people are leaving the table for sure. And definitely watch your stack, people. Watch your stack. So
Yeah,
unfortunate.
and you're good, but they definitely pressure you to leave the tournament area. Like
Oh
you
yeah,
can kind of
no,
say
I've
like
been
I'm
told.
waiting, but they like
I
yeah.
just step back. I just step back and watch them. If I'm not at the table, I'm stepping back and just watching you color up. I've never had a TD or dealer complain about that. But I'm going to watch you do my stack. Sorry, folks. I don't mean that as an insult. I'm just, more eyes on it is better as far as I'm concerned. So, whatever. Um, all right. Anybody else have anything to say about that before we move on?
Protect your chips.
Protect your chips. Hell yeah. All right, Isaac, you guys had your one shot tournament yesterday. Tell us the updates.
Well, crazy, crazy game. Um, I want to say that the GG algorithm hates me personally. I
No.
believe there's a person behind it somewhere. Um, it was brutal. Good game, and I want to congratulate the winner. This was a big one, actually. His first win of the year. Mac won it.
Oh, good for Mac. Yay.
Yeah, it was a hell of a
Sorry,
battle.
D man.
No, D Man was running pure for most of it, actually. D Man took my ass out on a horrible, ugly, disgusting, brutal suck out. Um, but yeah, no, it was a great game. It was a great game. D Man
Very
went out
good.
third. Another one of our
Congrats.
players, Technorati, went out second. Him and Mac had a great final, like heads up. It ran probably for like a half hour plus, and
Congratulations to those folks.
oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It was an awesome game. Everybody who participated had a great time. I think the game ran for about 4 hours. Yeah, I think 4 hours total.
Nice.
It was yeah. I mean, I got to give it up to Mac. You know, he as is he had told me he had a long ass day to begin with, and he got home from work and played and did the goddamn thing and took it down.
Love
So,
it.
congratulations to Mac on that.
You
We're
want to
gonna
tell
be.
us what he's getting?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Here, actually, let me. I'm gonna butcher it if I do it on my own. So just give me a quick second to go to the GBG page.
That's okay. I'm going to give a shout out to DMAC. Congrats on third place. And I also see Exec Deck has joined us as well. Hope you guys are all doing okay. Sandy Joyce hanging in with us. And Dana, I'm going to get to you in a minute, girl. Oh boy.
Let me see here.
Not a
Oh
bad
yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So here we go. So he gets. Damn, am I like blind right now? I am kind of blind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. So
I scared
he
Dana
gets
off. She took off. Go ahead.
WSOP event number 83, $2,500 freeze out, and WSOP event number 90, the 777 Lucky Sevens, and well, accommodations, which we got that locked down already. And let me see here. And second place gets $1,000, and they're going to play either event 84, the $1,000 no limit hold'em, or they're going to use it towards whatever other event they want to play, as long as it's another bracelet event or something like that. And everybody who is a one shot holder is going to have access to another $1,000 that'll be there in case anybody wants to try to take a stab at a daily or some kind of tournament going on if we all get together and go say to South Point and say we want to play. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, hell of a pot. And we are going to take a break, obviously, because right now we're also in the middle of phase 4.
Right.
But I think we're going to cook the next one up and probably start getting ready for the next fundraise within about less than a couple months. So keep your ears out because we're going to start early this time because we want to kind of push it. We've been going for one seat for the last couple years. This year we started a little late, so we want to have a jump on it because we maybe want to go for two. So
Nice.
I'll say that for now. Um, I'm probably
Well,
going to be all up in your ear about some things that we got planned out for how we're going to do that share.
love it.
So we'll talk about it.
Love it. And I want to talk about that as well off air because I have some suggestions as I have sat back and listened and watched this develop over the last couple months that maybe you guys need to consider um, incorporating. So we'll give it a chat about that.
Hell yeah.
See if we can't help you tweak it a little bit. Okay.
I'm all ears.
Me too. Me too. So congratulations to the winners. Mac was first. Who was second? I forgot.
His name is Technorati. His name is Technorati, and he's another killer. He's definitely always doing the damn thing. He's a great player. He's
Nice.
one of the players that went with us to Vegas when we all went to the NFT Poker Championship. And
Nice.
yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
all
And D
great
Man
people.
down
And
there in third place. Congratulations to you on a good run.
hell yeah, D Man fought hard. I mean, D Man was killing everybody. I think he took Blue out in the beginning,
Uh
or
oh.
somebody else. Yeah, me and Blue were both like
Uh
sobbing
oh.
because we both went out with Kings.
Oh no.
Yes,
Ouch.
yes,
Oh, you
yes.
wake up with kings thinking, hell yeah, I got kings. And then you're like, oh, hell no, I got kings.
No, listen, like
Oh, that's
it was
horrible.
my first hand and my last hand.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh yeah.
That's disgusting. Sorry, Isaac.
Oh, that's
Hey,
okay.
D.
Hey, it's
I
poker.
know.
You know what? I've
I
gotten so
know.
many bad beats that when I run pure and you know what I'm saying, take something major, it's okay. My heart will
I,
be contented.
I hear you. D man, welcome and congrats on that third place.
Thank you. Yeah, I still feel bad about taking Asimov out. That was not my,
It's
that
okay,
was
bro.
my
It's okay, bro.
proudest moment because it was a total suck out. I had I think 114,000 chips and it was just 4,000 to call him, and I had a piece of the board and hit two pair on the river, and yeah.
Yay. Well,
I,
let me just make a suggestion to you, D man. Give him 2% of that $1,000 tournament you're playing when you get to Vegas.
oh well, actually I bubbled. I believe third place. First,
Oh no, I thought you were getting $1,000.
No,
Oh man.
I could be wrong. But as a off, I think it's just first and second, right?
First
Yeah,
and
it's just
second
first and
only.
second. Yeah, it's first and second.
Well, then when you meet up with everybody for the South Point tournament, take that shit down.
I'm all over it. Let's go.
Let's go. Well, congrats again on a great run. I'm sorry I had the prizes mixed up for you, buddy.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I was surprised that that it went the way it did. The second hand, I got pocket aces and flopped an ace, and the my opponent had, unbeknownst to me, had pocket nines and flopped a nine.
Oh,
I hopped
oh,
in first place from there. We both went all in. I thought, is this going to be the quickest
oh.
or a great start? And yeah, I ended up winning that hand. It was in first for, oh gosh, over 2 hours before I was out, and about 2 minutes at the end.
But you were running pure until then.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was definitely something I'll always remember, and look forward to the next.
Oh, I love that so much. That's awesome. Great job, you guys. Green Visor Gang had their one shot in case you just start joining us. Had their little one shot tournament yesterday. They've been promoting the last couple of months, and D Man came in third place, and Technorati came in second, and Mac came in third. Mac is the Reaper, right? The Reaper.
No.
No. As soon as
Mac.
I said that, I said, no, that is not right.
Yeah. No, Mac is Mac.
Yeah,
He
Mac
just,
is Mac.
yeah, Mac is just Mac, and then Technorati, he came in second. D Man came in third.
Nice.
Yeah, Reap and me both were out hella early,
Oh, bummer.
considering because I think Reap went out like eighth maybe, and then from when Reap went out to when I went out was sometime maybe like I don't know 45 minutes or so,
Right.
right? But yeah, nah, and then the final seven or six after myself, the two after me went out relatively quick, and the final four I think had probably the longest run up against each other. Then when
Good for
after
them.
four, the final three, yeah, they had the longest battle. So it was a hell of a game to watch too,
Very
because
cool.
it started off pretty wild in terms of like what the cards were showing us, but just the suckouts were ridiculous, and then the final table was hella aggressive. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I love that. And you can see examples, folks listening to me this morning, of why you should not stay out until after 4 a.m. and try to space the next morning. I'm a prime example of why you should not do that. It's not a good idea. But I'm priming up for Vegas because there's going to be quite a few of those nights and morning spaces that are going to sound like just like this Sherry babbling and not keeping track very well. So forgive me for my mistakes. Oh
Hey,
shit.
hey, you trying to live and inform. It's okay.
Oh
It's
my
okay.
god, it's so fun. I'm just laughing at myself because almost as fast as I'm saying it, also saying to myself, nope, that's wrong. Oh well, as promised, I'm getting back to Dana, but before I do that, I want to say hey to Brad. Welcome, buddy.
Good morning, everybody.
You doing okay?
Yeah, all is well. All is well.
Awesome. Glad to hear it, my friend. Glad to hear it. All right, Miss Dana, I'm coming back to you because I want to let everybody know that if you're not coming to the meetup game on Saturday, for whatever reason, and believe me, there's lots of reasons not to come. You've got family obligations. You're not going to be in Vegas. You're going to be in a tournament. It is okay. We are going to have a live space happening the entire meetup game, and you can tune in and get some updates and maybe live kind of vicariously through that space. Um, I'm going to encourage people like Isaac and Exec Deck and whoever else is in here, that Jeff with two F's is down there. They're going to be coming. I'm going to encourage everybody at the meetup game to come into this space when a big hand is going on at their table, or if they just won a big hand or lost a big hand, or when we take I don't know, Isaac's chips, that we got to get on there and poke some fun at taking Isaac's chips, or whatever's going on at your table, get in the space and kind of report it. So the folks that can't join us that day can kind of get a feel for what's going on and maybe feel a part of it even though they're not there. So if you win a splash the pot, or if a splash the pot is happening at your table, call up the space, bring up the space and say, okay, we're doing a splash the pot. And the thing about that space is those that are at the meetup game kind of had the priority. So those that are hanging out are just going to have to bear with the fact that none of us are listening to this space, or maybe very few are. I'm not, because my phone's actually plugged into the wall because the spaces drain my battery so quickly that I have to leave it plugged in the entire meetup game. So some people might be listening, and most aren't, because we're playing, we got real money on the table. So we kind of have to focus a little bit. So anyway, when somebody at the meetup game goes into that space, you're going to kind of have the priority to just kind of bust in and say, sorry, I'm interrupting. Here's what's going on. Blurt out whatever you need to. Let them know if you can hear them or not. And, a lot of times I go and say, look, you guys, I can't hear what you're saying, but let me tell you what's going on. And then the next time I'll go in and I'll say, okay, I've moved to a place, maybe I've unplugged my phone and moved to a more quiet place so I can hear them and answer any questions somebody may have. But most of the time, I can't hear what's going on in the space. But it is a fun experience for those that can't make it to tune into the craziness. And so, those that are attending, please get in there and say some action at your table. Go ahead, Isaac.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, or ask you actually, do you have a good little tripod for your phone?
Um, I I do, but I didn't bring it because I leave my phone plugged into the wall.
Okay, so you leave it plugged in like to the wall, far away from where the game's gonna be.
Yes.
Okay.
Like it's in the corner by where like I had where I had the splash the pot items
Yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah.
There was a plug over there. So I just leave it plugged into the wall. And then sometimes I'll unplug it and carry it while I'm trying to like go from table to table and maybe give an update or two. But then I go back and replug it in because I'm hosting the space. So I don't want it to die.
Okay, I got an idea. I have a really good extra battery that gives you about two full charges.
Yeah, I have one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'll bring
carry one
mine.
as
I'll
yeah,
bring
I
mine
carry one.
so that way you can have that going there, and maybe you could do video and people can come up to your phone and
Yeah,
give
no,
updates.
no, 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 no. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. People have real money on the table and they need to focus on their money.
Yeah.
Honestly. They need to focus on their money and throw a little bit of space commentary in there while you're playing. But I don't want anybody to get upset that they were, trying to video for the space and lost their stack. Like that would not I would not like that at all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I would feel bad about that. And to me, in the past, it's worked out really well. But it all depends on people like you, Isaac, in attendance. I need you to go in there and say, "Hey, y'all, I just took Sherry's stack and it was amazing." Whatever. Um,
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally hear you.
yeah. So that's what it kind of depends on. But the reason I was calling Dana out is because I've asked her to co-host, and Daisy is going to co-host. And so, Dana, do you have any questions? We talked briefly last night, but she was getting ready to go to bed, and I was getting ready to go out and party. So, anyway, did you have any other questions about that space, Dana?
Well, I'm just going to say assume as far as like topics of conversation go, it's poker table rules basically
Look,
where
look, I'm going to tell you something. You monitor it as you see fit. If people are acting stupid, boot them out of the space. I don't care if they can't come back in it. People know how they're adults. They know how to behave. Like you run it as you see fit. It's a poker space. I would prefer they stuck to poker, but sometimes we all get off on a little tangent about something.
right.
You know what I mean? So just leave it up to you. Too strict? No, but strict enough that it's still an enjoyable space and those lines aren't being crossed.
Right on. Well, despite my resting bitch face, I promise I'm not near as strict as I look.
Oh, you're so funny. It'll be fun. Trust me. It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
I'm looking forward to it, and I really appreciate the opportunity, and I think it'll be a fun experience.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you're going to do it for us. And I think you're going to enjoy it. And you'll get to meet some other folks and get acquainted with some other folks. And Daisy will be with you. And she's a lot of fun. And yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it'll
looking
be good.
forward to getting to know Daisy too, especially. Um, but yeah, come one, come all, and bring your topics of the day.
Right on.
And
And
then,
like,
like Sherry said, we'll, the folks from the meetup game will just pop in. And so we'll expect to be interrupted, which is fine by me. And
right.
will we air the giveaway or the raffles as we go, or how does that
Okay.
work?
And it gets kind of tricky for those that have been there before that can help testify. It gets a little busy. And so my intention is to update on the Splash the Pots as often as I can. But there are so many people coming and going. Like people will just stop in to say hello to us and then leave. And so then I get up from the table to speak to those, and I just call them visitors, right? They're just visiting for a little while. They wanted to stop in and say hello. And so I, get up from the table and visit with them for a while. Meanwhile, two Splash the Pots have gone off. You know what I
Right.
mean? So the intention is to report on who won those Splash the Pots in real time. But, you know, best laid plans. So that's where I need to count on my table members to, say, hey, we're doing this, get in there themselves and tell it.
And just for my own knowledge, I didn't get to go to the last one, unfortunately,
Right.
but describe the scenario of Splash the Pot. How does that
Yes.
work? I am an
Okay.
absolute newbie in that situation.
All right. Well, I actually created a new way to do Splash the Pots at Jamie Kurtzstetter's ladies event. I think it was at the MGM, or maybe I can't remember the first one. And to me, at her events, at her meetup games, it was advertised that newbies are welcome, first time poker players are welcome. So we actually had poker players there that barely knew the game. This was the first time they had ever played a cash game. So they were really newbies. And then we had people that were crushers, ring winners and bracelet winners and Hall of Famers. So we had the whole spectrum of players, right? And for me, the whole premise behind a meetup game is a fellowship, a good time, a friendly game of poker. We're not there to make millions of dollars and clean everybody's stack. Hopefully we can win some chips and, break even and be on our day, right? It's kind of how I look at a meetup game. Many don't, but that's how I interpret it. And so when we were at her meetup game, I felt the awkwardness of when they would put an item in the Splash the Pot, that the newbies were at such a disadvantage because the seasoned players were betting because they just wanted to win the Splash the Pot item, right? And that caught the newbies like deer in headlights. Like, what am I supposed to do here? This bet is so big, and they didn't catch on to the fact it's so big because they're trying to chase you out of the hand. You know what I mean? And so you almost felt bad for the newbie because you want them to have a fair chance at that prize as well. And you want them to come back, and you want this to be a great experience and introduction to poker. And so after, I don't know, the first or second Splash the Pot, I just made an announcement at our table. I said, hey, ladies, what if we do this? And this is what we do till today. And other meetup games are doing it now as well because I've tried to spread the word because I just think it's a win-win for everyone. And I'm sorry I'm babbling. But anyway, getting to that point here, I promise. Okay. So a splash, say we're going to give away, I have a Phil Hellmuth book. And actually, I think it's going to end up be like we have 4 tables going. I think it's going to be a different book at every table. I think, or maybe 2 of them are Phil Hellmuth's and 2 others or something else. But anyway, say this Splash the Pot is a book. So I'm gonna walk up to the table and I'm gonna hand that book to someone at the table and I'm gonna say, okay, the next, I'll say out loud so the whole table can hear. The next hand is a Splash the Pot. And then I walk around to all 4 tables and do the same thing. So when they are finished with their hand and can get to the next hand, they all do it on their own time, right? Because we're not in sync. So, okay, so I hand that item to the person. The next hand is Splash the Pot. If you want to play for that Splash the Pot item, in this case, it's a book. Oh, I really want that Phil Hellmuth book. You're going to put the big blind in, $3. Whoever wants to play to win that prize puts in $3. That's it. That's all that hand is going to cost you is $3. If you don't want to play for that book, you keep your $3 in your stack and you just don't play the hand. We play that hand face up and there is no betting. At the end of that hand, whoever wins the hand gets the book. The dealers get the prize, the chips in the pot.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's happy. The dealers love it because we're actually slowing down the game when we do a Splash the Pot. And they're, they need to drop. They need
Yeah.
to drop. And so we're slowing down the game by doing these Splash the Pots. Well, you tell them they're going to get possibly 9 times $5 as a tip, or
Mm-hmm.
$3. I'm sorry, 9 times $3 as a tip for that hand. They don't give a shit how long that hand takes.
Right.
It's a win-win for everybody. Everybody gets a chance to play for that item or not. It only costs you $3 to play for that item. The dealer's getting a great tip, and guess what? They want us back again in the future.
Right on.
So that's where we're at with Splash the Pots. And of course, I explain that when we start the day. And I'm going to tell you, the last time when we did it at the Bellagio, when I first started the game, I did not put the rule in place. And then P-Man bet $100 on a hand on an item. He bet it $100, and everyone's like, "Come on, dude." So I was like, "Okay, now we got to put the rule in place." He's like, "What rule?" I'm like, "This one." So we switched to the rule, but from that point forward, I was like, I'm just going to start the day and end the day with that rule. I just think it's a great way to do it. So anyway, there you go. Any more? You have anything else for me, Dana?
Not right now.
No worries.
Not
You
about the
know,
meetup game anyway.
yep, I'm a phone call away, as they say. Phone
Yes,
call
ma'am.
away.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I did not get to watch Poker Bunny. How did Poker Bunny do last night? She made a return to HCL.
She made her big, huge return to
Oh
the
God.
HCL last night.
Why was it a big?
like a huge, big return.
Oh God. What
And
am I
she ended
missing?
up winning, I think I said it like she ended up winning about 10K. She was top winner or second top winner of the night. And
Nice. Very
I
good.
I grew to like her towards the end of the stream because she's a lot smarter than she wants to put on. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely. You
and
know, absolutely.
she's
For sure.
gotta do her thing, and I have to respect that. And Max Payne Monday is kind of like a meetup game or a party game scenario, and very friendly, fun and friendly. You run it once. So, there is a bit of a bloodbath factor, and the rest of the nights are a little bit more serious.
Love it. I'm sorry I missed it. I might go back and watch a little bit of the replay if I have some time. Maybe I'll save it for the airplane to Vegas.
Yeah,
I just don't have enough hours in my day to watch all these podcasts right now. I
I
just
hear
have
you.
too much shit going on. And as much as I love to and want to, I just I can't do it. I can't.
That's how I
lot
feel with
out there.
Negrano this season.
Yes. I haven't watched one of his episodes this season.
Yeah, me neither. And I'm sure there's some good ones considering all the things I've seen just on the Poker Go streams. Like
Yes.
the super high roller last night, let me tell you, whoa. There were some hands
Yeah,
that
big
was like,
time.
whoa. I don't know who else saw it, but all I gotta say is David Peters.
Now I did see that hand with Cabral and his trip eight, or yeah, trip eight,
Yep.
right? Set
Yo,
eight or whatever flopped. I don't remember, but
that
I did
was.
see that hand. I was like, how is he laying that down there? Like, dude, how are you laying that down there?
I mean, there was a flush on the board, you know? So, and on top of that, just Cabril's such a troll himself that maybe he felt it was karma and it might have been, who
Yeah,
knows?
but the thing about it is, wasn't there just one spade on the flop? It's not like there were two spades on the flop that you're chasing.
There was
Yeah,
two
there were
spades
two
on the flop.
Oh,
spades.
there was
Yeah,
two
there were.
spades.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was like,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was eight
remember.
eight jack, two spades.
Got it.
And the turn
Got it.
was a spade.
Yeah, the
Got
turn.
Yeah.
it. Okay. Yeah, at that point, of course. Of
It
course.
was also the stone bubble of the tournament as well.
Yeah, it was
Oh, that does make a big
a
difference.
huge difference. And then, yeah, Chewy
Yeah.
ended up being the stone bubble.
Oh,
Damn it.
Yep.
Although, did he get us any points? He may have just gotten us 1 point. Oh, no,
Nope.
because he didn't even
No
get in the
points for
money.
cashing. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Chewy punted it off with ace four.
Ugh. Ace rag. Damn it.
You know,
Ugh.
and then after that, he slowly just lifted up and levitated away.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
yeah, it's
He,
a gut punch.
he might need to take a couple days off and rest and recharge the battery.
I mean, he went high roller for high roller for high roller. That's
I know.
fucking
I
amazing,
know.
yo.
I know.
So amazing.
I know. And I don't know where Andrew Moreno is, but he needs to get into that seat and make us some points. Come on. And Robert Mizuraki,
Yeah.
come on.
How the rest of our horses doing? I haven't.
ASG, you have any idea? Pardon me.
I think it was the same as yesterday. Yesterday was all day ones. Like they didn't have any
Yeah.
bracelet. They didn't have any final tables that actually ended yesterday.
Okay.
So I don't think any point changes were able to happen.
Well, and I will tell you when I make the announcements about the WSOP, some of our horses are in it. So we will definitely be hearing some of our horses' names in what's going on today for
Go
sure.
us.
Go us. I'm going to start out with the South Point schedule again. A reminder that 10-10 and 6-10 daily tournaments at South Point are canceled today. Just want to reiterate that because they have their midsummer $200,000 guarantee series starting yesterday. So they have flights all week, and day two is on Thursday. Oh, I just want to give a little shout out to our friend Rick O'Connell. I got a DM from him yesterday. You guys knows that he's a big cruise guy, right? And he loves the cruise ships. He could tell you every detail about every ship in the world. But anyway, him and his wife have taken like 75, 100 cruises. I don't even know. And they do like, they're both retired, but they do like, work for the cruise lines. Well, he got a new job that he's wanted for years. So he's not going to be able to join us in the mornings, maybe just sporadically. So good luck to Rick on his new job. And we'll miss you, but we'll look forward to hearing about that new job when you get some time, my friend Rick.
Hell yeah.
So I'm excited for him. Uh, I mean, you will never meet somebody more passionate about cruise ships in your entire life. Like I went down for a cruise and I went to his home to leave my car with him and his wife so that it could be parked there. And then he drove me to the port. And let me tell you something. He told me everything about that ship I was about to board. How many feet, how many floors, the history, the year it was put in the water, blah. I just looked at him and went, "Oh my God, you are like a walking encyclopedia about cruise ships." And it's so cool. Like he can tell you even their schedules. Oh yeah, they go on, they leave port. They're a Saturday. They leave port on Sunday, or that ship leaves on Saturdays, or oh my God, he's amazing. So anyway, good luck to Rick in his new job.
Maybe he'll be the
All
one to
right.
convince me to take a cruise one day.
Oh, Isaac, once you do, you will be addicted like he is.
Okay.
Oh my
It's a,
God, you have to go.
it's a whole different level. Go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, dollar for dollar. It's one of the best like vacations I think one can take. You figure like if you were to go on vacation to like Vegas, the amount of money you're gonna spend for the room, let's say, in most cases, like a short of comps or whatever, and like it's you basically is the whole cruise. Like and it includes food, it includes entertainment, does not include gambling, and unless you get the alcohol package, doesn't include alcohol. But it's definitely dollar for dollar the best bang for your buck. It really is awesome. I've only been on one, and I need to get on another one. It's a lot of fun.
It's amazing, Isaac.
Interesting. Yeah, because I have San Pedro and Long Beach here, and I mean I've seen cruise ships take off my whole damn life, picked up people, dropped off people, all that stuff.
It is like no other
It-
experience. And let me tell you, even though you go from port to port and you want to go into those ports and, see whatever's at the port or go on an excursion, that those things are all fine and dandy. But there's also days that you're like, I'm not going to port. I'm just staying on the ship. There's a lot of shit to do on the ship.
Okay.
And they do like games and trivia and scavenger hunts and hide the duckies. Everybody brings these rubber duckies and you hide them so the kids can find them. And they're hidden all over the ship. And kids are running around trying to find the ducks. And there's even adults that, try to find them as well. It's just a different
Hell
level.
yeah.
I'm
I
just
collect rubber duckies. Let's go.
Oh, you would have loved mine. I got some Donald Trump ducks and I got some
Ooh, I need a Trump duck.
like you see, I got some sport ducks. I think I put out about 100 ducks for people to find. It was so fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's this
It's
bar in Vegas that a friend of mine works at. Like they do food there. And so I went
yeah,
to go visit them last time, and I like their what they do is that they do like flights mostly, right?
right.
And on the flight, you get a rubber ducky every time.
Oh,
Like it's so dope. Me, Mac, and
so the
Exec went
collection
there
is
last time.
started. I love it so
Hell
much.
yeah, I gotta go
I
try to
love it.
get there for this. Maybe if I get there early enough. No, 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 because I think we're gonna get there the day of the meetup game. Like literally get there to the meetup game.
And go straight there.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay. All right. All right. I see
Uh
you.
huh.
But that's the rubber ducky experience on the cruise ship. So yes, let me move on with the schedule over at South Point. Of course, at 10:10 is their flight 1C of their Midsummer 2K guaranteed tournament, $300 buy-in. Then at 6:10 is flight 1D. And of course, that's going to repeat on Wednesday. And then Thursday is day two, which will start at 2:10 p.m. There are other daily tournaments that are still on as of this moment. So definitely check their Twitter account as the day goes on. They're 2:10 p.m. Omaha 8 or better, $120 buy-in, 5K guarantee, and their 10:10 p.m. bounty tournament, $120 buy-in, 3K guarantee are both scheduled to go today. So, Isaac, I'm going to let you continue on with the other schedules.
Grabbing them right now. Funny enough, you had me thinking. I'm about to start updating to see if there's any changes in my schedules as well. But I'll do that after.
Well, he's trying to find the schedules. I'm just going to give a little
Oh, I
shout
got
out to
them.
myself.
I actually have them already. I was just
I'm
saying
sure you
I need
do,
to
but
update.
I was just going to give a little shout out to myself because I was a big winner at the casino last night. Hit a little hit.
Damn.
Hit a little hand pay. Let's go. I could not lose on the slots. It was hot, hot, hot slots. For those like Brad that have been around in ASG since the beginning of time, hot slots, you guys, hot slots. Okay, go ahead, Isaac.
Awesome, awesome. I need to get better with slots. Let me tell you.
No, you don't. Just do enough so you get free rooms, dude.
Okay. All right. So let's start off with the Westgate. The Westgate offers its daily poker tournaments at 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. They have a $45 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament. At 7 p.m., they have a $65 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament. And at 9 p.m., they have a $60 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament. Additionally, they have their 3 p.m. Lazy Pineapple over at Planet Hollywood. They have 4 daily no limit hold'em tournaments at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. Each tournament has a $100 buy-in and offers a starting stack of 20K chips. Over at the Red Rock, they have their daily no limit hold'em tournament at 10:35 a.m. The buy-in varies by day. Monday to Thursday, $125. Friday to Sunday, $150. Over at Caesars, we have a 10 a.m. $120 buy-in tournament, a 2 p.m. $160 buy-in, a 6 p.m. 120, and lastly a 9 p.m. $160 buy-in tournament. All of them have a $50 add-on, and the starting stacks vary between 15K to 20K. Over at Resorts World, they have their 1205 $200 no limit, and they have their 705 $200 no limit as well, both with 25K starting stacks and 30-minute levels. And finally, over at Mandalay Bay, they have their $60 no limit hold'em tournament at 8 p.m. with a 10K starting stack and 50-minute levels with no guarantee.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that information. Over at the Win today at 10 a.m. is the satellite into the 2K2 mystery, a $400 buy-in, 10 seats being given away. At 12 is the Mystery Bounty Flight 1C, $2,200 buy-in, $3 million guarantee. At 1300 hours is the PLO Bounty, $500 bounty, $1,600 buy-in, 200,000 guarantee. At 1800 hours over at the Win is the No Limit Turbo, $1,100 buy-in, 100K guarantee. Over at the Venetian is an 1110 tournament. It's a no limit tournament, $1,100 buy-in, 200,000 guarantee. At 1810 hours is the no limit bounty, $600 buy-in, 40K guarantee. Over at the Aria today at 11 is their horse tournament. It is an $800 buy-in, $100,000 guarantee. Over at the MGM at 8 a.m. was a satellite to the mystery tournament plus 250 in cash. It's $100 buy-in. They're guaranteeing one package. That started at 8 a.m. And the reason I'm reading that out loud because I want people to be aware that those are going on at the MGM. So you definitely want to check that on a daily basis. Let me take a sneak peek at something real quick. Let me look. They have that. That'll be the last one because the mystery bounty actually day 2 starts tomorrow. So let's see, mystery bounty day 1C is at 10 o'clock, $500 buy-in, 250K guarantee. Also at the MGM today is a $1,400 mixed triple draw, $600 buy-in, 2,500 no 25K guarantee. At 1600 hours is the mystery bounty day 1D, $500 buy-in, 250K guarantee. 2100 hours is the no limit, $150 buy-in, 3K guarantee. That's over at the MGM. Don't forget that at the Bellagio, the Mixed Game Festival is going on with Card Player and Bet MGM. They've been having a great time. If you've not been watching Robbie's feed, you're missing out because they're having lots of fun at that Mixed Game Festival. Get on over to the Bellagio, say a little prayer for Robbie and his family who are there from they live in Israel, and of course we all know what's going on over there, so prayers to him and his family. It's very difficult for him to still be in Vegas when his family is back in Israel without him. So, little prayer to Robbie and his family. Over at the Orleans today at 11 o'clock is their no limit $300 buy-in 30K guarantee. At 1600 hours is their TORS TORS tournament with an E at the end. $240 buy-in 10K guarantee. 1800 hours is the no limit tournament. $200 buy-in 15K guarantee. 2200 hours is their survivor, and it is a $125 buy-in, 15K guarantee. No, $1,500 guarantee. That's all over at the Orleans today. Over at the Nugget, and I'm just going to say this because they made changes to the ladies event. It was originally 30K guarantee. It's now a 20K guarantee. And I really haven't seen anything on their social media announcing that. Now I could have missed it. They also were supposed to give a $1,200 ticket away. Let me double check that. Yeah, $1,200 Goldenaire seat was going to go to that ladies event winner today, and they're not giving that away either. So double check everything, including guarantees at the Nugget if you plan to go there to play, because they are changing things. And buyer beware. So at 11 o'clock today is their no limit ladies event, $400 buy-in. Again, they lowered the guarantee from 30K to 20K. At 12 o'clock is their 08 tournament, $400 buy-in, 25K guarantee. At 1600 hours is their no limit, $120 buy-in, 5K guarantee. At 1700 hours is their horse with an H tournament, $250 buy-in, 10K guarantee. And at 1800 hours is their no limit tournament, $200 buy-in, 20K guarantee. Now, ladies event, did you listen, Claire, closely there? The ladies event is $400 with a 20K guarantee because they changed it. The 08 tournament is a $400 buy-in, 25K guarantee. The no limit $200 buy-in tournament is a 20K guarantee. So if you were a female, would you think that's a good rate of return, or would you go to an open field somewhere and play? I mean, let's be honest here. Come on, Nugget.
Run the last bit by me one more time, Sherry. I stepped away for a second.
Okay, so the ladies event is $400, and they changed the guarantee from $30,000 to $20,000. The 08 tournament is also a $400 buy-in, but it is a 25K guarantee. And the no limit tournament is a $200 buy-in with a 20K guarantee.
And the question is about the change of the guarantee for the ladies event?
Well, if you were a female, would you still play that ladies event?
So it changed from 20 to it's changed from 30 to 20, and everything's basically equalized, right?
Well, if I took the $400 I was going to use to play the ladies event, I can play the $200 event and have 2 bullets.
Yeah.
Which makes better sense.
Interesting.
Which makes better sense. They both have the same guarantee. Go ahead, Isaac.
Valid.
I don't know, but I think the change is kind of trash, and the value is like significantly changed up because, like you said, you can take that to an Orleans tournament, and probably
Have 2
run
bullets.
way deeper and get paid way better.
And have 2 bullets. And they took the seat away. They were supposed to give a $1,200 seat away to the winner as well. It's just, first of all, it's not good. It's not a good look. We've talked about this the last couple of summers, that when a place changes their guarantees or cancels a tournament, it's just not a good look. It's not, like, you just got to eat it, folks. You got to eat it.
Right. As advertised.
Yeah, you got to eat it. So anyway, I'm off my soapbox. ASG or Brad, you guys have anything to say about it?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I will say this: it is better than canceling the guarantee altogether. We've seen that in the previous few years. I think it was the Nugget that did it one year, or
Orleans.
Orleans. Yeah.
Orleans and MGM.
Yeah.
But then MGM reversed it.
Yeah. That's right. So that's obviously the worst case scenario, but yeah, I mean, you put a guarantee on it, then what's the point in guaranteeing if we're not guaranteeing it? So
Well, and we also have to think of those people that are traveling. Okay, I make my schedule to come out this week, and I'm like, oh, I really do want to go this week because this place has this tournament. And so now I've scheduled my airline tickets and hotel around that tournament. I don't think it's fair to the player.
Yeah, and I'll be, honest. I doubt that the 10K change is going to significantly change somebody's schedule for the guarantee. And for that point, I think 10K is like a marginal loss if they're afraid of not hitting the guarantee in the grand scheme of things. Of course, it's a loss for the house, and they don't want to take any losses ever. But I mean, if you say something, I think your word is important. If everybody out there in all the tournaments across the world said, "Oh, we're gonna have a guarantee," and then we're like, we're gonna lower it a little more. We don't think we're gonna get there. Like then, the guarantees basically have no value at all.
Well, and it's truth in reporting, right? You told me as an operator, this is what you're going to offer me. I have built my plans around what you told me. And guess what? You need to stand by your word. I have to believe in your word. Otherwise, I'm not going to make my plans around you and your word. I mean, I'm just not. I'll go find another tournament that has more value for me. An open field where everybody can play. The numbers will be higher. I don't know. I don't know. It's a little discouraging. I hate to hear it because I've told you guys before, I love to go over there and play at the Nugget. And I will probably play there in the next 2 weeks. But I'm also going to talk to somebody when I'm there and kind of let them know, look, you guys got to just eat the, 10K, you know, um, it is what it is. So anyway, I'm off my soapbox. ASG, you got anything you want to say about that?
I mean, it's all about when they announce these things. You know, if after like the first week, they're what was they lost? What was it, 30K on a guarantee? Like, you don't want the poker room to go broke or say, "Oh, we're not gonna ever run this series again." So it's a balance of how you want to handle it.
I totally agree. Totally agree. And you guys always hear me trying to side with the operators and find a middle ground between the operators and the players. But in this case, you just got to eat it, in my opinion. And then when you plan in the future, you change it up, right? And make it so that you're not going to have to eat it.
The,
Uh,
the one question I had, and this is also makes this situation also a little better. It sounds like they're changing the guarantee ahead of the tournament, where those other tournaments, the guarantees were canceled, like after cards in the air, like close to the registration ending. So I think that's also slightly different in this scenario, but I could, unless those tournaments are already in the air.
well, and I agree with you completely. In this case, I have found nothing on social media from the Golden Nugget that these changes have been made. The only reason I stumbled on this morning is because Kevin Mathers posted that this tournament was taking place today. And Maureen said underneath, because he had the wrong structure sheet, that had changed and the guarantee had been lowered and they're no longer giving away the ticket. Otherwise, Kevin Mathers was even promoting it incorrectly because he didn't know of the changes,
Yeah,
obviously.
that's
So,
not good.
were they just going to let people show up
Right.
and then tell them?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's bad. That's bad juju. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't like it either. And I'm like, I'm okay. I'm not happy you're changing it, but where's the announcement? Like, you haven't even announced it. We just stumbled on it this morning. I mean, that's just not right. So anyway, we'll see and if anybody finds anything on that today, send it to me because I would like to see if they ever make an announcement about it. Again, I've been out having fun with my kids, so I may have missed it, but I don't think so because my friend Maureen even didn't know about, put it under Kevin's tweet so he would know that he's putting out something incorrect. I mean, and he is the guru of information. So, anyway, moving on. Moving on. Let's look at event number 37 at the WSOP, which is that monster stack that's still going on in day 5,000 of the WSOP. There is $13.6 million in the prize pool. There were 9,920 runners with 1.2 million at the top. Going into today, the chip leader is Santiago Montiz, who has 22 million in chips. And Ashish, I believe, Gupta is also closely behind Santiago with 22 million in chips. There are 54 people still left in that tournament, um, which it just seems like has been going on forever, quite honestly. But good luck to those folks. I think after today, we might have a winner. I don't think there's supposed to be another day, but I could be wrong. Event number 45 is the Salute to Warriors. There were 3,937 players, 187 waiting at the top for the 1,000 waiting at the top for the winner. There are 32 left going into today. The chip leader is Joseph Colden, and he has 14 million in his chip stack, and Sebastian Medina has 12 million. So congrats to those folks. Event number 44 is the 10K Big O tournament. There were 402 runners. There are 5 left going into today. There is 784,000 waiting at the top for the winner. Today's chip leader is Marco Johnson. Thank you for having such a nice, easy name for me. He has 6 million in his chip stack, and Victor Blom has 5 million in his, and he's in second place. Event number 47 is the $2,500 mixed Omaha high-low 8-7 card stud high-low 8. 1.3 million in the prize pool. There are 27 players left going into today. 244,000 is waiting at the top for the winner. The leader going into today is Tobias, and I think it's Housen, who has 2 million in chips, and right on his coattails is a female player, Shirley Rosario, who also has just a few less than him, but is listed as 2 million in chips as well. Team Spacers, we still have someone in this race, and that would be Brian Rast, who is in 9th place as far as chip stacks are concerned, with 760,000 in his stack. So go Brian Rast. Some other notables in it to win it still: Glazer, Deeb, and Helmuth. Moving on to event number 48. Let me start that again. Event number 48 is a 1K Seniors No Limit tournament, 4.2 million in the prize pool. There were 4,693 runners. There are 621 left going into today. The prizes were not available for me to look up this morning, so we'll get them tomorrow. The chip leader, Steven Schneider, has 925K. Timothy Peters has 575,000. Some notables still in it to win it. A couple of my friends, Remainder Singh has 343,000. He is a crusher from the Miami area. If you ever follow his Twitter feed, the guy is a winner, winning everything. One time he put a picture up of himself surrounded with all of his trophies. Like, it's ridiculous. He is such a crusher. And, excuse me. And he's just a great human being. Also a notable still in it to win it, our very own Barbara Enright, Hall of Famer. She has 245,000. And a friend of mine from Texas, Lorraine Widener, has 198,000, and she's still in it to win it as well. That's the seniors event, number 48. Event number 46. Yeah, event number 46 is the $250,000 super high roller no limit tournament. There is 15.5 million in the prize pool. There are 8 out of the 63 left going into today. 4.7 million waits the winner. Today's leader is Thomas Boivin. Boivin, I think is how you say it. Has 28 million in his chip stack. Benjamin Tellerine has 15 million and Foxen has 15 million. So he's in third place. Some notables are Seth Davies, Frog Liquor, Bryn Kenny has 10 million, David Peters 10 million, and of course Martin Cabral is still in it to drive people crazy. Event number 49 is the 3K No Limit six-handed tournament. There are 1,421 runners, and there are 69 going into today. 3.9 million waiting at the top, and your chip leader is Ori Hassan from Israel. Has 4 million. Matthew Wantman has 2 million. Some of our team spacers are still in there. In 15th place is Steven Song, who we haven't heard from in a week. He's in 15th place with 1 million in chips, and Chris Moorman is in 29th place with 765,000. A notable still in it to win it is Victoria Lifshitz, has 450,000 in chips. So we got some hopefuls for team spacers there. Event number 50 is the 10K Raz. 970,000 in the prize pool. There were 102 runners. There are 47 left going into today. The chip leader is Jerry Wong with a 635K. He is from the United States. And Max Coleman in second place, also from the US. It has 320,000 in his chip stack. Team Spacers, John Racenier has 186,000. He's still in there. Some notables, Todd Brunson, Alex Livingston, and Nick Schulman still in it to win it. Moving on to the full schedule for today, 10 a.m. is day 2, event number 48, which is that 1K seniors event. At 11 o'clock I'm trying to pull something up. Sorry, guys. At 11 o'clock is the final day of event 45, which is the $500 salute to warriors. At 12 p.m. is the final day, event number 49 of the 3K No Limit six-handed. Also at 12 p.m. is day 1 of event 51, the 25K High Roller Pot Limit Omaha Tournament. At 1 p.m. is the final day of event 44, the 10K Big O tournament. Also at 1 p.m. is the final day of event 47, the $2,500 mixed Omaha high-low, 7-card stud high-low 8. 1 p.m. day 2, event 50, the 10K Raz. And at 2 p.m. is day 1 of event 52, the $1,500 no limit freeze out. I'm going to go over the satellites and non-bracelet events just because we haven't in about a week. And it's just good to remind people that these events are out there. Just check the schedule yourself for them. At 1 p.m. is the $250 no limit daily deep stack. At 3 p.m. at the WSOP, it's the $250 horse with an H weekly deep stack. At 3 p.m. is a $240 landmark 2K for 2K in chips. At 4 p.m. is a $400 no limit daily deep stack turbo. At 7 p.m. is an $1,100 horse landmark into the 10K horse championship. At 8 p.m. is a $200 no limit deep stack turbo. And the final tournament for the night will be the 10 p.m. $135 no limit landmark for 1,000 in chips. So that is what we have going on around Vegas. If you can't find poker to play in Vegas right now, there is something wrong with you. Did I put everybody to sleep?
Well,
Not at all.
if you can't find poker in Vegas right now, you're just not in Vegas. It's that simple.
Yeah, you're not. You're not.
I agree.
Exactly. Don't remind me.
I'm not there either. I'm sad, but I hear you.
hopefully not too long, and you guys will get your chance to get there. I did want to remind everybody of the meetup game is Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Bellagio Poker Room. Thanks to Sean and the Bellagio crew for hosting us and providing us free pizza. Many thanks to the Green Visor Gang giving us 2 Phase 4 passes to give away and some swag. We also have that Malta poker package we're going to give away. So thanks to Yvonne for that donation to us. Again, you have to be one of 37, the first 37 to be in a seat playing poker to get a raffle ticket for that Malta poker package. We have so many books and some makeup bags and so many great items. Karen Chess donated a starter subscription for the GTO Wizard, and Dana's getting us some t-shirts from Raver. And it, by the way, if those don't arrive, we'll give them away after in a drawing or something. We'll come up maybe with trivia or something just to have fun. But anyway, we'll figure it out for sure. And of course, Ruben has given us some gift cards to give away in the South Point Poker Room. Jason and the gang gave us a certificate or certificates to, my guess will be restaurants at South Point, which have been a crowd favorite, of course. So lots of Splash the Pot items. You don't want to miss it. I suggest you get there on time so you get a seat so you can get one of those raffle tickets. Because Lord knows I won money last night, so I'm vying for one of those raffle for not the raffle ticket to win that prize, because now I have the airline ticket money to pay to go to Malta. So anyway, looking
Hot
forward to that.
slots.
Hot slots, you got it, sister. Hot slots. And for those that don't know where that came from, there used to be this guy in Spaces that all of us kind of fell in love with and thought he was amazing, and he turned out to be the biggest shitbag in Spaces. Well, the second biggest to Rob Mercer, the cancer scammer. And he used to, talk about advantage play with slot machines and whatever. And I would always yell out, hot slots, hot slots. And it would drive some people crazy, but it was just a bit and we just had fun with it. So anyway, that's kind of where that comes from. And the old timies in here probably get a chuckle when I say it because it brings back those lovely memories. I'm going to go around the horn. First, I want to give some around the town winners. Raul Martinez Gileo won via Chop the Bet MGM Aria Poker Classic event number 19 for 99,000. Hang Yan Lu, and I'm going to say because you may not, I don't know from the name, but it is a female player, took down the Golden Nugget $350 ultimate reentry for over 44,000. So congrats to her. I'm going to go around the horn, see if anybody has anything they want to bring up, make comments about, or whatever. So I'm going to start out with you, Dana. Ladies first.
I'd like to see how thank you, Sherry.
You
I'd
bet.
like to see how the Golden Nugget tournaments versus, all 3 tournaments turn out as a result of that guarantee being taken away. And then I just wanted to say, join us tonight for Tilted Tuesday on Hustler Casino Live. Brittany's back. J Boogs had an all-time performance last week with his temper, so we're hoping to see that again tonight. And then newcomer Jay, who has been quite a rocket ship on the show, as well as Dylan Flashner. So, and look for the full lineup later today.
Love it. Thank you for those updates. And
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
definitely love watching that. Dana knows I love being in the chats, having fun, just being goofy. And even when there's trolls out there, we are not going to let them spoil our fun. They can fuck off. But anyway, here we go. Fred, do you have anything you'd like to bring up or chat about, bud? He may be working. Or we may have lost him. Or at least he's not a ghost this time. But Brad, if you need to or want to bring something up, just chime in, brother.
Sorry, I was just
That's
walking
okay.
outside.
No, it's all right. No
You're just going
worries.
around the horn right now. I'm sorry.
I am. I am.
Yeah, nothing really much to add right now. Appreciate you as always, Sherry. Love your spaces. These are fun, informative, and good luck to everybody that's out there playing live or on the digital cult.
Amen. Thank you, Brad, for those kind words. Go ahead, ASG.
Okay, so breaking news. Yeah, one I posted up there. Nugget tweeted their events. So they're saying that besides it being a $20K guarantee, it's now a $300 buy-in instead of a $400 buy-in
Jesus
for
Christ.
the ladies event, which I think matched what Maureen had there when she took a picture of it when she had the picture of the sheet, and then also Hooney's July 4th party is officially canceled this year.
Oh no, people are going to be disappointed.
No way.
People are going to be disappointed. Well, thank you for those updates. Wow. I'm just stunned. I'm glad that they lowered the buy-in for that ladies event, for sure. Um, but I just wish they didn't have to do all that, of course. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for those updates, ASG. Appreciate you. Isaac, what you got, brother?
Well, first disappointment in my heart because no Hoonie party. Wonder who's going to fill the gap in that one. That's going to be interesting to see. Besides
Nobody.
that,
It's too late.
besides that, just thanks everybody for joining us. See y'all tomorrow.
Right on. I appreciate all of you. And I know that hosting with me in the mornings puts a little stress on everybody's schedule, and looking up stuff does too. And I appreciate all of you that do that and send me notes and messages so that we can have a good show every morning. I really wanted to, continue to invite others to be a part of it. I started that last year and I love that. And I love all of you contributing. I think that is, a great way to get people involved. And, all together we can make it better. And so here we are. Much love to all of you. Have
Oh,
a
we didn't
great.
talk about Schulman.
Oh, Shulman. Yes. Okay. Right in the
Yeah.
middle of my speech, but I love all of you. Go ahead. Talk.
Oh no! I just saw the space title, and I was like, oh, we didn't actually mention it.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about Shulman.
I thought we did when I like stepped away for a second or something. So
That's
thanks,
hilarious.
ASG.
Okay,
Yeah,
so there was a now remind you, uh I haven't seen everything on this topic, but I've seen a couple of things, and I thought the one video that I did see was Cabrillo asking Schulman for his phone number, like get his exchange digits, and Schulman is like, hell no. And do you know what he said to him, ASG? I can't remember what
something about I don't want you to steal my identity or something.
he's like, I don't feel safe. I don't want you to steal my. It was hilarious. Were there any other tweets or clips that I
uh,
missed?
well, and then he straight up called him a pussy at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I thought that was AI generated. He
Nope.
actually did that on the table.
No, that was a real clip.
Oh my God. I thought that was AI generated. I just blew that off and scrolled on. Oh, wow.
No, Poker Go even clipped it and posted it.
Oh, wow.
And I don't mind the phone number banter, but when you're, I think name calling, and I've tweeted a couple of times, name calling crosses a line,
Yeah, I don't.
and
Yeah. It's,
I
and
like both of them.
Yeah, I think if Martin heard it, he might have tried to get him a penalty. I think he didn't hear it, to be honest.
Oh,
I agree. I don't think he heard it either. But again, I thought it was AI generated. So there you go. But that crossed the line. And Nick Schulman, to me, is just so above where Cabrillo is as far as being a gentleman at the table. And so, like, why lower your standard to Cabrillo's standard? Honestly, I think Cabrillo is hilarious at times, annoying at times, an asshole at times, over crosses the boundaries at times. So why lower your standard to his and be on national coverage, calling him a pussy? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, and another thing is he's got the speech play on lockdown right now.
Yes.
And I would love to see people sharpen their axe when it comes to speech play and uh, engage with players like that because, on our dailies, we deal with that dime a dozen, right? So
I'm going to tell you
why
something.
why not at the high stakes?
You come at me with speech play, I'm all over you. Isaac will tell you. I don't. Yeah.
Exactly.
No. I'm all over you. Like, come at me because I'm coming right back at you. Yeah, no. Didn't he ask Schulman to take his glasses off or something?
Correct. He was asking him to take his sunglasses off so the people could see him
Several times.
several times.
But he didn't ask anybody else to take their sunglasses off.
You gotta admit, you gotta acknowledge the fact he definitely pokes. He knows how to poke the bear, right? And I'm gonna put in the jumbotron a picture that I saw. I don't remember who posted it, but I clipped it because I think it's if it'll let me post. Oh yeah. There it goes. Because I just laughed so loud. Out loud when I saw this. Okay, it should be appearing in the jumbotron any minute, um, because it's just so true. Like, it's just so true. See if the cartoon little thing come up, right? I mean, he is the new guy. He is.
Oh, come on. He's not that bad.
He is too. He absolutely is. Oh, and I'm going to tell
Time to
you.
level up.
Well, and I've liked the other guy. I'm going to tell you, I don't like the fact he got caught cheating
Yeah.
or stealing chips or whatever else the hell he did.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy his banter at the table. Again, for me, I stop enjoying it when they cross the line, like that, like anything else. But anyway, that's hilarious. When he told him to take his glasses off, I was dying. Oh, yeah. Okay, did I forget anything else?
No, sorry about that. Anyway.
It's okay.
No, that was great.
It's okay, but I did want to give some warm sentiments to those that have been helping me all summer. It is a commitment, right? It is a commitment. It's 53 days in a row that people are taking their time out of their schedules to help me put this space on, and I really, really appreciate all of you. And if you're on the felt today, good luck. uh, the Green Visor gang, y'all take the day off and enjoy that one shot being over and enjoy some time with your family because you guys deserve it. I appreciate all of you. Touch that grass today, folks. Thank you.